And good morning and welcome to the Sunday Business Page. I'm Paul Martino, filling in for John Delano. This morning, why a Pittsburgh area pilot and his company are trading the Rocky Mountains for downtown Pittsburgh. The story of Divergent Aerospace and its online textbook courses. Nick Schwabenitz and Matt Kent joining us. Then the battle continues between the U.S., China, and Japan over tariffs. How the consumer is beginning to feel the effects. Jason Locks, owner and retirement advisor for the Synergy Group, gives his perspective on what it means for investors, too. Finally, we'll preview next weekend's Pittsburgh Pride Fest downtown. The Delta Foundation's Gary Van Horn and Chris Bryant sharing their thoughts on an eventful year. It's all next, right here on the Sunday Business Page.
This is the Sunday Business Page on KDKA TV.
Good morning to you. Thanks for spending part of your Sunday morning with us. For a Pittsburgh native, it's a chance to come home. Also an opportunity to expand Pittsburgh's role in technology and aeronautics. Nicholas Schwabenitz, an experienced aircraft maintenance specialist, recently relocating his company, Divergent Aerospace, from Denver to the USX Tower. Divergent Aerospace provides courses for pilots through online aerospace education textbooks. Nicholas is president, CEO of Divergent Aerospace. Matthew Kent is the company's chief operating officer. We welcome them to the Sunday Business Page. We begin with you, Nick. Did we get that right about your company? Is that the accurate description?
Good morning, it is.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit more about what your company does.
Sure. Divergent Aerospace was created in 2014 in Denver, Colorado to help pilots find a career path to certification easier than the current training practices that are in place.
So is this by way of prep courses, online prep courses, or how does it work?
That's right. So we write and engineer flight instructor training manuals as well as online courseware to allow these pilots to career path quicker and more efficiently.
Matt, I guess both of you guys have Pittsburgh connections. That's a big move from Colorado to Pittsburgh. Was it your yearning to come back home, or are there other reasons?
Well, it's being that it's a tech company, we actually work remotely. Nick founded the company in Colorado. I'm more or less a Michigan native, but my dad grew up in eastern Pennsylvania, and now both my parents live here in the Pittsburgh area. But being that we're a remote company, it just didn't make sense to keep a company in Colorado when we have ties to Pennsylvania and Michigan, and none of us are even living in Colorado. So it was just a very logical move to bring the company here.
How has your courses, your online courses, changed the way pilots are learning, or has it?
I'm going to direct that question to Matt because he's the project manager for our online courseware program.
Sure.
Yeah, so a lot of what the entire company's been founded on is solving aviation problems. And when I was going through pilot training, I had really good instructors and I had some instructors that weren't so great. And I've found through at least 5 years of teaching experience for myself that I have a gift and a talent for teaching and taking complex concepts and breaking them down into simple concepts. And so our courseware is kind of focused on that, and especially a gap between flight instructors and airline pilots. When I went from being a flight instructor into an airline pilot, you're going from flying a Cessna, a four-place Cessna, into flying, $30 million jets. And that was a big change.
Yeah.
So our courses are developed around bridging that gap and providing kind of that transitory training, so it kind of eliminates some of the pain and struggle that most flight instructors have.
Nick, are you finding it easier to run this business here? What are the differences between here and Colorado?
Absolutely, yeah. So having lived in Colorado for nearly 5 years, coming back home to Pittsburgh was a thrill for me. And I think that there's a lot of technology in Pittsburgh, and I'd really like to have the opportunity to tap some of that talent here, as well as also potentially seek out investment opportunities that I feel like our company would really benefit from here local as a native Pittsburgh company. I mean, Pittsburgh is a city known for hard work. My father, formerly a U.S. steelworker, might know the definition of hard work. So Matt and I both are fully self-made. We've bootstrapped this company from absolutely nothing to what it is today. So
That's pretty incredible.
yeah.
And you have a bakery in the family?
That's right. My mom owns and operates Weddings by Patty's Pastries out in Center Township, and she's run that for 35 years.
That's certainly hard work too,
It sure
is it
is.
not? Getting back to what you do, so is it changing the way folks become pilots? Is this changing the industry, or does it have the potential?
Well, there's certain FAA requirements, for instance, about experience and everything else. That can't change. I mean, it can, but that stays pretty rigid. But what we're trying to do is just make it easier, make it easy to understand, break down these concepts, and again, provide training in the areas where it's lacking. Nick, I don't know if you want to talk about what the CFI binder does, but that was pretty big for
I think
flight instructor training.
Trying to just bridge the gap and make it more attainable, making the certification easier for pilots. Flight instructor certification is inherently very complex, and there's really no clear defined path. And so what the company was actually founded on was a product that I created in 2014 called the Complete CFI Binder Series. It's essentially a 700-page flight instructor teaching manual that is designed to literally take on an FAA check ride, or to help that applicant who's seeking flight instructor certification. He can study that manual and have a clear, defined pathway.
I don't want to oversimplify it, but is this kind of like an SAT prep or something? Or?
A little bit.
It's kind of like that.
It's kind of, if I can interrupt you, when a typical CFI applicant is studying, you have all of these different manuals. You know, there's manuals that the FAA publishes, there's some other third-party stuff, and so you're taking information from all of these different sources and you're trying to compile it into what it means to become a teacher, to write lesson plans. And basically what the CFI binder has done is simplified that for the applicants by taking all of these sources and bringing it into one consolidated source, kind of as a end all.
We're going to have to leave it right there. Good luck to you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
All right.
Nicholas Swabenitz and Matthew Kent, thanks for joining us this morning. When the Sunday Business Page continues, more economic fallout from higher tariffs placed by the U.S. on certain foreign products, how it's affecting the community. Jason Lux will join us. Stay with us.